from w to t, right? But finding the dw by dt is still the same. Here in the top we have a w is equal to f of x, y, z. Then in a middle point we have a x, y, z, and the last point is a t. So we can take the multiplication and adding that 3, we are getting our chain rule, right? So first, w is a dependent variable that depend on x, y, z, and x, y, z is depend on a t. That's why x, y, z are called intermediate variables, and our last t is an independent variable. The last t is a single independent variable. That's why we are taking dw by dt. If we have a more than 3, the same thing will be happen here. We can add plus 4 term. If we have a 5 intermediate variable, we can plus add the 5th term, and like that. Next example for 3 variables. Find dw by dt if w is equal to x, y plus z. X is equal to cos t, y is equal to sin t, and z equal to t. What is the derivatives of the value at t equal to 0? So dw by dt is equal to del w by del x into dx by dt plus del w by del y into dy by dt plus del w by del z into dz by dt. The derivative of w with respect to x we are taking. W is a x, y plus z. Derivative of x will be 1, y as it is, derivative of z will be 0. So y into derivative of x with respect to t. The derivative of x with respect to t is a derivative of cos is a minus sin t plus same thing x into cos t plus 1 into 1. So we have a minus sin square t minus cos square t, and that is 1 plus cos 2t. When t equal to 0, cos 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So that is a very simple example for explaining our chain rule for 3 intermediate variables. Now we are considering the second version for the chain rule. We now consider the situation where z equal to f of xy, but each of x and y is a function of 2 variables s and t. So x is equal to g of st and y is equal to h of st. Then z is indirectly the function of s and t. So we wish to find del z by del s and del z by del t. That is again interesting topic. So we are recalling that computing del z by del t, we hold s as a fixed. When we are taking the derivative with respect to t, we are taking the another one as a constant. So s will be fixed, s will be constant here, and we are taking the derivative with respect to t. So applying this theorem here, del z by del t is equal to del z by del x into del z del x by del t plus del z by del y into dy by dt. Del y by del t. Same argument we can do for the del z by del s. Suppose z is equal to f of xy is a differentiable function of x and y, where x is equal to g of st and y is equal to h of st are differentiable function of s and t. Then we have a del z by del s is a del z by del x into del x by del s plus del z by del y into del y by del s. Del z by del t we already seen in the last slide. Let us see one example for this rule. Suppose z is equal to e raised to x into sin y, where x is equal to st square and y is equal to s square t. Then find del z by del s and del z by del t. So del z by del s, the formula is del z by del x by del s, del z by del y into del y by del s. The derivative of z with respect to x, derivative of here with respect to x is a e raised to x का derivative होगा e raised to x into sin y. X is a s t square, s का derivative 1, t square as it is, plus e raised to x as it is, derivative of sin is a cos y, and x square t, that is 2st. So simplifying this step, we have answer. Same thing for the del z by del t, that del z by del x into del x by del t, del z by del y into del y by del t. We are taking the derivative with respect to x, then with respect to t, and substituting all this value, we have that answer on our screen. So we can observe that on our screen. In this case of chain rule, contains three type of variables. S and t are the independent variable, x and y are called intermediate variables, and z is the dependent variable. To remember the chain rule, it's helpful to draw the tree diagram. We draw the branches of the dependent variable z to the intermediate variables x and y, and then indicate that z is a function of x and y. So we are drawing here the chain rule by the tree diagram. So z is a function of two variable x and y. So we are taking the partial derivative del z by del x and del z by del y. Now x and y is a function of s and t. Then we are taking del s by del s, del x by del t. Y is also the function of s and t. So del y by del s and del y by del t. So we have this branches, and according to required derivative, we are multiplying it and adding that, we are getting our answer. Suppose we want del z by del s. So we are taking only the value for the s. So first del z by del x into del s by del s plus del z by del y into del y by del s. So that we are getting our answer. Same thing we can find del z by del t also. So that is on the screen. Now we can generalize this situation for more variables. In the last we seen only the x and y and s and t. If you have more than that variable, suppose independent variables are x, y, z or more than 3, then what we can do, that we can see on the screen. Now consider the general situation in which dependent variable u is a function of n intermediate value variables x1, dot up to xn. Each of these in turn a function of m independent variables t1, t2 and so on tm. Notice that there are n terms, one for each intermediate variables. Then suppose u is a differentiable function of the n variables x1, x2 up to xn. Each xj is a differentiable function of the m variables t1, t2 tm. Then u is a function of t1, t2 tm. Then del u by del ti. Here I am writing the ti. If we change the value of I, we are getting the different answer. That del u by del x1 by del ti plus del u by del x2, del x2 by del ti, and so on. We are taking up to del u by del xn into del xn by del ti for each I running from 1 to m. Now, for understanding that, we are taking here one example. Suppose n is equal to 4 and m is equal to 2. So, what are the situation here? See on the screen. Write the chain rule for the case where w is equal to f of x, y, z, t, and x is equal to x of uv, y is equal to y of uv, z is also function of uv, t is also function of uv. Then applying the last theorem for n equal to 4 and m equal to 2. So, the figure shows that the tree diagram, we haven't write the derivative on the branch. So, how to write that del y by del u, that we can see in the here diagram. That w is a dependent variable. We have a 4 intermediate variables here, that is x, y, z and t, and u and v are independent variable, that is in the last branches. So, with help of that diagram, we can write here the expansion that del w by del u is a del w by del x by del u, सब में अपॉन में del u रहता है, and we are using that 4 intermediate variables here. So x पहले term में, second term में y, in the third term z, in the last term we have a t, and all derivative with respect to u. Now when we want the derivative with respect to v, we are taking del w by del v. Here you can also observe in the first term x and derivative of x with respect to v, del w by del y by del v, del w by del z by del v, del w by del t by del v. So like that. Example, if u is equal to x raised to 4 into y plus y square into z cube, where x is equal to r as e raised to t, y is equal to r as square e raised to minus t, z equal to r square as sin t. Find the value of del u by del s when r is equal to 2, s equal to 1, t equal to 0. So we can also draw here our tree diagram. So what is our tree diagram? U is a function of x, y, z. X, y, z is the intermediate variables. R, S, T, they are the independent variables. So we are taking first derivative with respect to del u by del s, so derivative with respect to s. So we are using middle intermediate variables. So del u by del x by del s, del u by del y by del s, del u by del z by del s. So derivative of u with respect to x is a 4x cube y. Derivative of x with respect to s is a r e raised to t plus that respective all derivative given on our screen. So you can see that now in that we can substitute the value of r is equal to 2, s equal to 1 and t equal to 0. So we have a x is equal to 2, y is equal to 2 and z equal to 0. Thus del u by del s is equal to, the answer is 192. Similarly, in that above example, that's del u by del s, similarly we can find del u by del r also, del u by del t also, right, by help of this tree diagram. Now the next example, if g of st is equal to f of h square minus t square comma t square minus s square, f is a differentiable, show that g satisfied this equation. T is t into del g by del s plus s del g by del t is equal to 0. Solution. Let x is equal to s square minus t square, and supposing y is equal to t square minus s square, then g of st is equal to f of xy. Then here chain rule, del g by del s, so del f by del x into del x by del s plus del f by del y into del y by del x is equal to del f by del x into 2x plus del f by del y into minus 2s. Similarly, we can find del g by del t, and substituting the value of the derivative which is given on our screen. So we will substitute this value here, that t into del g by del s plus s into del g by del t. So we have this values here, and we can see that all term will be cancelled out and the answer will be the 0. So it satisfied the equation. Next example, if z is equal to f of xy has continuous partial derivative and x is equal to r square plus s square and y is equal to 2rs, find del z by del r. The chain rule gives that del z by del r is equal to del z by del x into del x by del r plus del z by del y into del y by del r is equal to del z by del x into 2r plus del z by del y into 2s. That is our answer. One more example of this use of the theorem. If w is equal to x plus 2y plus z square, x is equal to r by s, y is equal to r square plus ln s, z is equal to